Oh God. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is my dog. You want to say hi? Your name is Angus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Angus.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you from?
The Netherlands.
Oh, you guys have been doing good in Eurovision these past years.
Yes. We finally figured out how to do well. And
Finally.
Okay, so let's get this started. Hello and welcome to That Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. I'm Angus and today I'm joined by the amazing Katla and one of her songwriters. Katla is competing in Söngvakeppnin for the chance to represent Iceland with a song Þaðan. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah, you actually did. That was very good.
Great. So first of all, how are you two?
I'm great. I'm actually sick. I have a fever and something like this. But it's fine. We're working through it. The reason that we were late today is because we were going to the pharmacy to buy some throat stuff.
Yeah.
But it's I'm still excited though, even though I don't feel very well.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't have a fever, so that's good.
That's good. Well, I hope you get well soon. Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm a redhead. That's something I always say. I'm very sarcastic. I'm going to college. We're actually both going together to college, acting in autumn. And I'm Icelandic. And I like singing.
Yeah, I guess I'm just
the same.
The same. I've been working as a musician for like 5 years now, and
a rapper actually.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my musical partner, we co-wrote the song together, along with two great guys. So this is my first like songwriting gig. So yeah, but I'm that's it. All the same plus that.
Yeah, both redheads, both very sarcastic,
yeah,
both Icelandic,
yeah.
Both going to school, both actors.
Yeah, sure, yeah. I guess that's
we met actually while acting together. We met when we were doing the musical We Will Rock You in 2019. That's where we met.
Yeah, we played the leading parts. And since then we've been
inseparable.
No, but we're actually just in like a month we're actually premiering our third or fourth show together.
Yeah.
So
that's really exciting.
Yeah. It is.
So let's talk a bit about the reason why we're talking to you, and that's your song for Söngvakeppnin. So tell me a bit about Þaðan. What is it about? Also, hey, you got one of the songwriters here, so what was that process like? Everything.
The process from the start was me. I kind of started out and I built a team around, and I knew before we made the song that I wanted Katla to sing it. So I hit her up like quite early. But
yeah, and when he asked me for the first time, I was like, sure,
yeah.
A good one,
yes.
And then he contacted me again like a month later, and we're like, hey, we're doing it, right? And I was like, shit, you weren't kidding?
And it was like 2 weeks until the deadline, so we had to work kind of quick. But the song was like the first demo came from Jói, who was one of the songwriters, with no lyrics, basically nothing, as a kind of like a Euro pop techno EDM-ish song, which we then morphed into what we have now. It was like the first demo is nothing like the song at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. So
it was like an and then we changed it to a dramatic, mysterious ballad.
Yeah, and also just the whole melodies and everything. It's kind of new.
And he's actually famous in Iceland for his good lyrics in his rap songs. So,
okay, wow.
And when he asked me what I wanted to sing about, I just said, hey, just something melancholic, something about how life is hard, something you know how to write, because his songs are actually a lot about that, and they're very good. And the reason we decided to keep it in Icelandic, we're actually keeping it if we would go through, we would keep it in Icelandic because the lyrics is just so beautiful and intricate in Icelandic. There's much more of a journey in it, and like a more journey of going from the bottom to seeing the light, seeing like hope.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I wrote both the Icelandic and English version, and just much more effort and time put into the Icelandic version. The English version was like basically drafted up in like 30 minutes.
And also Icelandic is so much fun because we have the F and we have the ed and we have the hard R. So, and that's all in the song, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's it definitely gives the song something extra, I think, to sing it in Icelandic. And I think also, of course, like I don't understand the language, sadly, but I do feel the emotion a bit more in the Icelandic version, if you get what I mean. Like, it's
100%.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. I feel like more connected to it, even though I understand both the lyrics. It's just something with the Icelandic version, because like the choruses, they're different, the first and the second one, because usually the choruses in songs are always just the same, repetitive, but it's different here because amazing songwriter that we have right here. So it's more of a journey. We start with like the first chorus is like I hope to I try to wake up, and the second chorus is like I promise to wake up.
It's all about like the journey, and the song for me also just means something in Icelandic, whilst the English version basically is just
a translation of the meaning one.
And just like not even a good translation at all, because like the intro details in the Icelandic one they mean something to me at least. So
with all the compliments you're giving each other, I'm very much looking forward to an Icelandic rap entry next year.
Oh yeah, I don't know about it.
So actually, speaking of like stuff like that, us Eurovision fans, of course, love watching the national finals, but we don't get to see or hear all the behind the scenes stuff. How did you get selected? Like, how did you get into Söngvakeppnin, and what did it feel like to get to perform?
They just have an entry like each year. You just have to apply, and they get like hundreds of songs each year.
And especially this year, because like now there wasn't a Söngvakeppnin last year because of COVID. So people had been sitting on their songs for like a 1.5 year.
Yeah. So yeah, you just apply to RÚV, which is our public broadcasting company, and they just have a council or jury that selects
that picks,
10 songs and 2 semis and a final. So that's it.
Yeah, exactly. What was it like? How did it feel to qualify for the final?
Surreal. It's weird to, because at first you think, we're making a song, it's for fun, and then you actually realize, oh yes, I'm gonna sing it live in front of a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a slap in the face, a good one though, because it was fun, and it was fun singing and being live. It was huge, much bigger than I imagined, but I think that was like the biggest thing, was the realization of how big this is. And also just like when the songs were published, just people all around the world were talking about it and ranking the Icelandic songs just for the semifinals, not even the finals, and just making reaction videos. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emails here. And people like you just wanting to do an interview, and I'm not even the Iceland's choice yet, if that will even happen. So I mean, it's just
you kind of step into like a crazy dynamic, or just the world. You like really presenting the song and everything too. It's just that they're really it's kind of crazy and
it's huge.
Yeah.
But still amazing. Like when you asked me for, you guys asked me for the interview, I was like, oh yeah, yes.
We were just happy you responded, let alone said yes, to be honest. Like, that's still exciting to me as well. So good to hear that you also find it exciting. So yeah, I'll just ask this to both of you because you're both here. So what are your musical inspirations?
My musical inspiration would probably mostly be my dad. My dad was a musician, a pianist to be exact, in like Icelandic bands. So that's where I started my career. No, that's where I started singing. I started singing besides the piano at home. So I think he would be my biggest inspiration. But like as of now, I love Sam Smith. They're amazing. And Cynthia Erivo, I have been in love with her for a while now, and just some different Icelandic artists. Actually, my favorite Icelandic artist is him and Jói.
Thank you.
You knew that.
Yeah, thank you. But mine. I listen a lot to a band called Idols, just like a post-punk band from Britain, and I listen a lot to Rex Orange County, like the indie pop aspect of it. So that's something I've been listening to now. Frank Ocean a lot.
Yes, love Frank Ocean and Dijon.
Yeah, Dua Lipa, Lizzo. Just so I have a broad range of artists I inspire me to in my own music making and just anything. So yeah.
So great, some really great answers. Some bands and artists I also really like. So that's really cool. Söngvakeppnin is of course a big deal in Iceland, but it's also the national final for Eurovision. So now I'm going to ask, do you have any like favorite Eurovision entries or memories from this year or previous years?
I'm just gonna say Jóhanna Guðrún with "Is It True" in 2009 changed my life. Am I being dramatic? Maybe. But that changed something within me, and she's like my idol when it comes to singing. So I would have to say that one, and also Germany in 2018. Yes, I love Eurovision. Just that's why in 2018, Germany, he went with "You Let Me Walk Alone," and I love that song, and I connected to it when it came out. And a Golden Boy, I think it was Israel or something.
Yeah.
Still a very big place in my heart. I don't know why. But yeah.
My list is not that detailed or long. Daði Freyr, of course, he's a good friend of mine, and I really love him as an artist and just as a person in whole. So both of his entries, of course. I really loved Vertka Serducha 2007, Ukraine, second place. So
I just remembered the last Eurovision. I had so many favorites because I loved Voila with France, and I love Goa from Ukraine. I still listen to her song. She was also actually supposed to perform at the national finals, but because of everything, Tusse is coming from Norway.
Sweden.
Yeah. Yep. And then of course Måneskin from Italy, and I loved Tout l'univers from Switzerland.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, a lot of great entries last year, but we have our own favorites. I like the more happy disco ones, and she doesn't. That's fine.
We all got our own preferences, right? So
absolutely.
So I see a movie poster behind you for an iconic movie, and you already brought up yourself that you're doing some acting. Just tell me a bit more about anything about what you like to do in acting, or maybe about your upcoming TV show. I'd love to hear more about that.
You knew about that. Well, so I just want to say, this is Rita Hayworth from Shawshank Redemption. This is Call Me By a Name, but I cut out Armie Hammer out of it. Hannibal is a disgusting person. And Romeo and Juliet, because Leonardo DiCaprio is my favorite actor ever. And Basketball Diaries with Leo too. Anyway, so I have been acting. I started acting when I was 10, did a TV show on RÚV. And then the first big thing I did was Hearthstone, that came out in 2017. I was 12 when I did that one, and that one actually became quite famous, like out of from just, in the world. And the next thing that I'm doing is a TV show called Fractures, or Vetjanir in Icelandic. And that's kind of like my biggest role yet. It's going to be on RÚV on Easter. And it's going to also, I think they're also going to show it in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. And I don't know if it's going to go further than that. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. Just doing Söngvakeppnin now and just waiting for my TV show to come out and waiting for us to premiere in a month or so.
Yeah.
So a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're very busy. Oh, I completely forgot to ask about your staging. I was very curious about how you came up with it.
Oh, I love the staging, and I know I probably shouldn't be saying this about my own act, being like, oh my god, I love mine. But this actually wasn't my idea.
Or any of the writers.
Our idea.
Just...
The producer of Söngvakeppnin and the choreographer, it was their idea, Salome and Unnur. They were like, okay, we have an idea. I remember when they pitched it to me, because I was like, oh, this is not going to work. And I remember when I told Kitty, I was like, okay, so they have an idea. I know it sounds weird, but we're going to try. Mm-hmm. And I rehearsed it in front of just a blank wall for a month, because we didn't have the mirrors because they're so big. The first time I actually rehearsed with mirrors was just right before the semifinal.
Like 2 days before.
2 days before. And it was just like the camera people were just like, shit, we hate you. Because this was a huge headache for them, which makes a lot of sense. And I had 6 guys just working for me. They were dressed like ninjas. The only thing they could see with them was their eyes, because they were wearing all black, and that's the mirror guys. They move all the mirrors. So it wasn't my idea, and I was very skeptic, but it actually worked, and it worked pretty well.
Yeah, it's really. I've been getting like a lot of praise for the styling and the choreography, and I can't take any of it. I just watched it for the first time 2 days before, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
I also get butterflies when I see it. I'm like, oh, this is so cool, and I think I'm allowed to feel like that because this wasn't me at all. I'm giving other people credit, their credit. And we actually are we're changing a little bit. We're adding a little mirror moment. Finally.
That was actually my idea. I have to
say it.
Yeah, when I had one idea for a change, which we're doing. Yeah.
And I was very out of it today in the rehearsal, and I forgot to turn when I was supposed to turn, and I walked into the mirror, got slammed by the mirror. It was awesome.
That can't happen on
Saturday. No, that cannot happen on Saturday.
No.
Oh, well, like you make a mistake once and then never again, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure.
I have to say, like, you're not giving yourselves enough credit. I mean, this great dark, moody staging wouldn't exist without the great songwriting, and Katla, you still have to like perform it well. On top of that, and there's like a lot of things going on that that just all need to work together. But yes, also shout out to everyone at Söngvakeppnin for just coming up with this idea and making it work. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Before I let you go, I have one last question, and that is, do you have any message for the people who have watched this interview?
Just thank you so much for watching
for the whole 15 minutes of us talking.
And I'm just sorry, we talk so much. I just want to say, if we're talking too much, you could just, of course, just cut it or something.
Oh no, it's fine. It's great. Okay. I'm having a great time talking to you.
Okay.
It's really great.
It makes some sense. I just for people that are actually supporting me, I just want to say I'm very, very, very thankful, because I didn't think that this would happen. I didn't think that people from all around the world would send me messages rooting for me. And it's very heartwarming. And I'm very, 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 I feel very warm, and I'm very overwhelmed in a good way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was very happy to see you qualify. So yeah, those in Iceland, people in Iceland can vote for Katla.
Yes.
Just call, text, I believe those are 2. It's a complicated system with like a pre-final, then a super final with like double voting, and it's going to get explained on TV.
Yes, 999 that's my number, and because I am actually number 1 on stage on Saturday.
You're the first on stage, so that's also exciting. a great opening to the show.
Yeah.
So if you're not in Iceland like me, you can just tune in via the Roof website, like I'll be doing. So thank you. It's this Saturday, as a final reminder. Thank you so much for being here, Katla. And oh, God, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names. You're a songwriter.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here, and good luck.
Thank you for having us. Bye.
Bye.